Hello, it's Kylie, Bertucci Stamping Up Demonstrator in Australia, here with you for another Facebook Live. How is everyone? If you're here watching, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from and how everything is. Hope everything is good with you. Hope you're well. Hope your families are well. We have been very busy yet again. we never ever have a dull moment, and I love that. Sometimes I'd like to have a dull moment, but you know what? It's just too much fun. Too much fun going all over the place. We were very, very busy though before we left. We went to, look at me, I'm like, what did we do first? So first we did the Stampin' Up incentive trip. Then we came back and we did St. Louis. And we were ready to settle back down and get things organised. And then we got asked to go to Sydney. We caught up with a lot of friends. It was so wonderful. I feel like my love tank is all very full of lots of yummy people that we got to catch up with. But before we left for Sydney, we got quite a bit done, which I was very excited about. I got quite a number of cards made. Because I didn't want to not have inspiration for you. I knew that you all wanted to see some new cards, particularly with the new products. So I've had a lot of fun. You probably saw some of the cards that I made using the masks. These were some of my last videos that I did. And excuse my nude nails. It really has been busy. I haven't even got to do my nails. There was another one here that I did. Oh, yes, it's up in my, there it is there. I was like, I remember seeing it just a moment ago. So this one here I used with the masks as well. And I did it with the new Delicata ink. How cool is that ink? I used it on Night of Navy and then did gold. Aha! And this is brand new product here too. This is the Ornate Frames dies. Beautiful, so gorgeous. There's so many amazing new products in this holiday catalog. In fact, we had a new team member join the Crazy Crafters group yesterday. She missed out on the special, but I said to her, you know what? I know you've missed the special. It's very sad, but you still get $66 of product for free. And then you're going to get 20% off all of these items. If you know you want them, it's still the best deal. It's still the best way to save some money. And she agreed. So she signed up. So welcome. It's very exciting. I also am like highly addicted, as you probably have seen from my pictures, highly addicted to the Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. And I did another one as well. I'll see if I can find it on my computer because that one was really, really popular. In fact, I think it's in my favorites section still. Yes, there it is. So I'll just swap over to the screen and show you this one because it's just this paper. And you would never imagine that the paper could be so versatile. It's like, yeah, there's so many things you can do with it. So you can see on the screen now, hopefully, you can see this one that I had in my hand with the stars. But along the edge here are all my popular posts. So you can click on, here's another one here, Brightly Gleaming Specialty Designer Series paper. And this one, oh, it's had 300 pins. That's exciting. And how perfect does that go with the ornate frames? Ah, it's like it was meant to be. Absolutely beautiful. I've used the copper foil in the background. In fact, I better get some more copper. FYI, Bruno, if you're watching, can you get me some more copper foil? I've used a lot of it lately. This paper has been brilliant to try and get it paired up. So there was that one. And then there was this one here too, the All Stars blog hop. Hopefully you saw that. The new tutorial has come out. So come over to kyliebertucci.com and I'll also put it up on the page here as well. But I did this using the amazing Gather Together stamp set that's from the new catalogue as well. And I've got a little video showing you how to use the blends, how to make this look, natural look on the leaves. So come and have a look at that. And we've got the brand new template as well. And of course, there's all these amazing people that took part in the hop. So come and see that one. What else do I have here to show you? I've got a few of these cards right in front of me. So I'll come back on the screen. So this one here, this proved very popular. This one is absolutely beautiful. This was for my training, demonstrator training blog hop. And I've used Nature's Beauty on this one, along with the Rooted in Nature for the sentiment and for the background. I love the natural crumb cake deliciousness in this card. And it's not a stamp set that I normally would go for. I normally like bold patterns, that sort of thing. But because this is going, $4.25 here in Australia is going towards mental health, I definitely went, yes, I am getting that stamp set, and I'm going to show everyone how they can use it so that they get that stamp set, because it would be nice to support. I know we have friends that suffer with mental illness, family, so many now are suffering, people in our community. It's really, really challenging. So it'd be nice to feel like we're doing something to help these organisations to support these ones. So that is that one. And of course, sending the card itself, and that's something I've got a big list of all the people that I saw in Sydney. So sending the card out is also another way to personally assist ones with mental illness. It's basically a way to just say, hey, I'm thinking of you. And that is so powerful. Like, I know when I receive cards, and I will show you the cards that we've received in the last couple of weeks. Thank you all very much. I know how I feel when I get them. My spirits are like lifted. I feel happier. I just feel like, oh, how wonderful that someone has thought of us. So that's a really powerful thing that even you can do yourself. Some people, I hear them say, I don't know what to do with all my cards, or I haven't made some cards lately. We've got all these products, but I haven't made cards. So just set aside some time. Not only will it assist your mental health when you're creating, because that's a proven point that if you create, that you're going to feel better. That's proven by the medical industry. They've said it makes you feel good. So it's a good thing to help you. But then get those cards and help other people. And then that will also help you too, because you get more happiness when you give to other people. And sadly, it's something that's not happening much anymore. So get a list of people that you think you could give it to. Or if you don't know anyone that you think will appreciate your handmade cards, and I know there's some people that feel that way. They're like, they're precious little babies, and they find it really hard to let go of them. There's two options. Firstly, you can make another one exactly the same. Keep one, send one. You could also take a photo of your card, and then you have it forever, so that then you can say goodbye to your card and let it do its little job, which is to make someone else happy. The other thing that you could do is join our Random Act of Kindness group. I'll put a link up for you, because the Random Act of Kindness group is, and I think they've even got a special thing coming up, Stampin' Up! Are doing it for World Card Making Day, to already think about like what you can do. World Card Making Day, I think, is it coming up on the 2nd of October? Is it the 2nd of October? I know some of you will tell me. So if I put up here Random Act of Kindness link, now please make sure that when you request to join this group that you answer the questions, because I have some amazing admin girls, Angie McKenzie and Nita. They are just incredible people that help this group to run. Hello, Bruno.
Hi.
It's in his PJs.
I'll just stay out here. Huh?
And have a look at his hair. It's like all up in the air.
Have you shown that?
I haven't shown that.
You can.
Is it live? Yeah.
It's not live. That's advanced screening.
Advanced screening. Do you want to show it? Come here. I want you to show this card before he leaves.
Hi, everybody.
Because I know you love seeing Bruno.
So
October 5. Thank you, Elizabeth.
I haven't made a card in a long time, as you would have seen.
Yes, we're very busy. We're crazy people. Although you did have this one, which I haven't shown. You made this one, which is super cute. Yeah.
But this is advanced screening for a card that's going live tonight for a blog hub.
Advanced screening.
Ready?
Yes, I'm ready to receive. Dun, 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 dun. Check out that silver bling.
There, it's gone.
Gone already. Wow.
So I used the...
Feels like you're bumping the camera.
Feels like frost.
Yes.
Feels like frost.
Mm-hmm.
Specialty DSP in the background. There's some...
Which is this. Can you believe this paper can become that paper as well? Silver on the back.
So
it's beautiful paper.
Anyway, I don't want to show it too long because I want you to come to our blog at 11 p.m.
11 p.m. So how many hours away is that? About 12. Bit over 12.
13.
12 and 45 minutes.
Yeah. So come back and you can look at that in a bit more detail. But it was my... I went live this morning at 9 a.m. and no one else was live on the blog hub. I'm like, what's going on?
It's happened before.
So then I went, I'm like, I read the text and I'm like, it's 10 a.m. And so then I went live and no one else was live. And then I got on the blog hop planning group. I'm like, why isn't no one else live?
That is the worst when you make that mistake. It's happened to us all.
But then I realized, you did ADT instead of AEST. I know.
No, don't say that about my Bruno. My Bruno is just a human. When Jessie and Bruno
say... Are we human or are we dancer?
Yeah, I think we're dancer.
On that note...
Are you going?
Dancer.
Bye, dancer. Thanks for coming in. It's nice to see that handsome face. But yes, that's another one of Bruno's. How stinking cute is this, by the way? That's from the new annual catalogue. Perfect teacher's gift. But you know what? I think you could use it for a lot more than that. People love little owls. I think this is so cute. And just having the pattern repeating itself is very, very cute. So, yes. There you go. So, yeah, this is the... And if you are unsure about chopping your designer series paper... Sorry about my hair. It's so crazy. Oh, my goodness. I set my alarm for 8 o'clock and Bruno walked in and I go, what time is it? And he's like, it's 9:30. I was like, what? 9:30? That's how busy it's been that I slept until 9:30. And I literally had to get organized within, 20 minutes. Plus I was getting messages as I was getting ready. So I was like, breathe. Bruno's like, can I do anything? Yes, get me a coffee. Get me a coffee. That's all I need. I need a coffee. So yes, it was one of those mornings. It's a typical Bertucci morning, really. Never a dull moment. So this paper, I love that with the 6x6, you can get these two different designs. If you're unsure of how to chop your designer series paper, please check out my videos. I will put them up now. Actually, I think I've got both of the links on me. But is there anyone out there that's a loveitchopit convert? Is there anyone else doing loveitchopit? And how do you find it? As soon as you get your designer series paper, you loveitchopit. So I've got one video here. So this is for your 12x12 paper. And I think I've got... I think it's that one. Let's have a look at that one. I think I've got both of them right. I love my quick links. Yay! I got them both right. Yes, so make sure you check those out. So your 6x6 paper and your 12x12, how to chop that. Because sometimes we get used to one way of chopping or one type of paper. And then all of a sudden Stand Up throws a 6x6 pack at us. And we're like, what do we do? I don't know what to do anymore. So it's the same principle. I basically cut one at the card front size, and then whatever's left over, then I can use that in another card. Or what you could do is keep it for decorating inside too. Yes. Oh, thank you, Luann. I'll let Bruno know that. I'm very happy to hear. I have been given a few emails about loveitchopit, and it's so beautiful to hear people saying that they've it's made them realize that they don't have to be too fancy with their card making, and it's just freedom. because suddenly you look at your designer series paper and from a 12 by 12 pack, you have 72 cards. And that's if you use the full size. If you cut it down and make it smaller sizes again. So once you have your full card front size, you could cut it down any size you like. And then you've got even more. Like if you're cutting it in half or cutting it diagonal, well, that one sheet is going to make double. Just talking about the Loveitchopit group now. Good. Yes. So it's really, really amazing to be able to use that beautiful paper and not be afraid to cut it. I think it's so exciting cutting it down, particularly if you know you're a card maker. I know there's some people out there that do 3D projects, and usually what I say to them is chop one piece, keep the other piece, or chop a whole pack and get another pack for your 3D projects. But the main principle behind Loveitchopit is basically use your paper. Don't hoard it, use it. That's the principle. So however you decide to use it, this is no hard and fast rule whatsoever. I'm not saying you have to do it this way, but it's just to use your paper. Because I know I had a lot of issues with cutting and using my paper because it's too beautiful. I can't cut it. But now I'm like, no, if I love my paper, I'll chop my paper. My paper will be upset with me if I don't chop it. So that is a really important thing to do. Now, there's a couple more here that are very out of my comfort zone again. I was given a beautiful orchid from Bruno. Sadly, it has no flowers on it at the moment because we went and came back and went and came back. And sadly, those little flowers went meow and fell off. However, there is new buds coming. So I'm very excited. When it looks like this, I'll take a picture and show you. Yes, I do give people permission to buy more paper. I give you permission, Shelley. You can buy more. If you chop your paper, you're allowed to buy more. And I also use this one here, which I was very excited to use because it's very vintage. It's like a vintage Very Versailles, it's called. And I love how simple and clean. And I did one with ribbon, but I've actually given that one away already too. So, yes, and we have a paper sale at the moment. Good point, Kim. If you buy 3 packs, you get 1 free. So, that's a really cool deal. I know we love those sales, and we stock up on all our designer series paper. And then you have a lot of fun chopping it all up and putting it into containers, if you like. I do need an orchid babysitter. Well, Jessie was good this time. She put an ice block in while we were away. However, the time before, she was with us. So for 2 weeks he didn't get any ice, poor little thing. So I think that affected him. And then the time before that, I think we were a bit sporadic with that one. But anyway, it still looks like it's okay. It just needs some time to grow the new buds, which is good. Now, I want to show you some random act of kindness cards that I've received, because we've received some beautiful, beautiful cards, even gifts over the last couple of weeks. Thank you all so much. We just are very overwhelmed with all your love, and I want to share all of these beautiful cards with everyone. So I've got this one here from Pauline Paul. I love what she's done here with this stamp set. So some of these stamp sets we might have forgotten about. It's nice to pull out some that maybe we've had in the cupboard for a while. So you're going to get a lot of inspiration from these cards today. Bring these over. So thank you, Pauline. I'm glad she got that one sent over. Liz Jones did this gorgeous one. I absolutely love this. I think it's Beautiful Friendship, this stamp set. It's one of those stamp sets that's just an absolute must-have. And there's actually one in the new catalogue that, is it the new catalogue that's a little bit similar and is absolutely beautiful with all these gorgeous flowers. I'm just flicking through my holiday catalogue to see if there is one there. But yes, look out for that one in the annual catalogue because it's just so, so pretty. Maybe there isn't one in the... I might have been thinking of this one. My brain is a little fuzzy right now. I've got to wait for the coffee to kick in. No, I don't think there is one. But it's good to go through it. Now I've got all my ideas from the catalogue. Oh, someone said there is something. Beauty and Joy, maybe? But anyway, it's a really, really beautiful set. So look out for this one. No, there's nothing in the holiday catalogue. Anyway, look out for that one. Beautiful Friendship. And what's... oh, yeah, Liz sent back some tokens. And she said, thank you so much for my rewards. And she's joined as a demonstrator as well. So that's very exciting. It's great to have Liz on the team. We've got Deb. So Deb has done the beautiful floating card. These are so gorgeous, these cards. She's used some old designer series paper, but you can see there's so much use out of all of our beautiful paper that we still have. She said, thank you so much for all your wonderful enthusiasm and help. It is most appreciated. She even decorated at the inside. See, she put one of the butterflies inside. So thank you very much for that, Deb. I love how she's used the block at the back. That's super cute. Oh, no worries, Kerry. I haven't shown your card yet, so I can do that now. I was waiting for you to hopefully pop up. I've got something to show for Kerry. So Deb was so beautiful. She's put a letter inside as well, which I absolutely love receiving all of this from people that are watching. And she just said, I'd like to thank you for all the time and effort you've put into organise all the fabulous ideas, guest speakers, lessons for the Demonstrator Support Program. And that's actually a really good point that she raises. I'll put a link here because I know some of you watching are demonstrators. And some of you may be thinking about becoming demonstrators. That's the thing is we may have been demonstrators in the past or we felt like we didn't get enough support. So we actually have a support program that we've set up and we run it for a whole entire year. And the reason why we do it for a year is to really get the benefit out of the program. And I think that's what we've seen over the last couple of years running this program, that it seems to help a lot of people when it's in the bulk. Like we kind of use it as an excuse if we just do a month or two, and then you don't get to see the benefits. So I'll put the link up so that you can have a look at the details, but you only have until the end of this month to sign up. We also have some exciting news over on our demonstrator page of how you could win a whole year for free. So definitely go and check that out. That's ending on the 17th. We're announcing the winners of the freebie. So check that out over on my demonstrator page as well. But she said she joined the group looking for you to supply the motivation to get me back up and running, and you certainly have fulfilled your part. It has been an eye-opening experience seeing how much time you both put in. And I think that's probably the biggest thing when you do this training is you suddenly realize, wow, I've got to step up. I think particularly with online businesses, it looks like demonstrators are just turning up and then getting sales, but you realize there's so much more behind the scenes that goes on. And to be able to tap into demonstrators from around the world who are successful and tell you exactly how they do that, it's pretty special. And I know a demonstrator here in Australia, she's not in my team. She didn't know about the incentive trip when she joined my training. And I think she did it within 2 years, she earned her first incentive trip because she knew what to do. So it's really cool. Amazing group of people. As you can see, everyone commenting, Jamie, Luann, Kim, they're all part of that training program. We love having them in the program. And it's so exciting to have all of these ones part of our program and enjoying it too. So we've got lots of videos happening. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Shelley's talking to Anne because Anne is deaf, so she can't hear what I'm saying. So thank you, Shelley. I appreciate you sharing that. So yeah, so lots of exciting things. And I love the fact that Deb says, I'm starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel. Who knows what next year may bring. Maybe if all the planets align and I find some of my old self, I will once again be prepared to put in more effort. Sorry for the long explanation, but please know that your program is really worthwhile, even if it seems like some of us are not interested, because she said she was very sorry. She got busy, and she said, you guys rock. Thanks, Deb. We really appreciate hearing from you. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Absolutely, Elizabeth. I'll pop it up here, and it's in the messages as well. But we would love to see more join us. We already have had quite a number of new ones join, and we've got some really, really exciting speakers again for next year. Some that have just literally earned the trip for the first time. So I've asked if they can share their experience of the incentive trip literally right after they come back from the trip, because that would be the best time to bottle that excitement and bottle that feeling of what it's like to earn the trip and what happens on one of the Stampin' Up! Incentive trips. But even if it's just some small goals to work towards the incentive trip, it does take a few years to sort of build up a customer base and to get the team members you need to earn one of the trips. And just knowing that you're in the right direction, I think just knowing you're doing the right thing. I'm like, I'm doing so much and nothing's happening and I don't understand why. If you feel like that, then this training will really give you a lot of motivation to keep going. We have this gorgeous one. I think it was Carol. She's just put CA White, but I think it's Carol if I remember correctly. She's used the gorgeous old medley that we had, and I loved this medley. It was so beautiful. I had so much fun with this medley. I'm trying to remember the name. It's literally just left me. Everything is Rosy. There you go. Came back. My brain's slowly working. But yeah, she got some vouchers and won a draw from our team. And so she wrote back what she wanted with her vouchers and a nice card to go with it. So that's very nice. I love receiving cards from my team and from my customers thanking us for the vouchers that they've received. Now this was from Sue. This was actually a random act of kindness for last month. Lisa's just put, my business and my expectations have grown by leaps and bounds in Kylie and Bruno's group. I've learned so much. Gained relationships, seen what's possible. Thanks seems so inadequate. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Lisa's done incredible, like so cool. And it's amazing because you have so many that say, oh, I'm just a hobby demo. And then you jump on that group and you realize why we say that, particularly women, why we say that. I think we say it to protect ourselves because ultimately, who would not want to make money doing something you love and learning new things, like learning experiences you never expected to learn? It's such a cool feeling. And I know some of the ladies in the group have said it's affected their whole family because they feel, better about themselves. It builds their self-esteem. It helps them feel good about themselves, and that flows on to friends, to family, and helps in so many different areas. So even if you don't reach the goals that you're expecting, maybe from a Stampin' Up! Point of view, from a personal view, to feel like you've invested in yourself and you've invested in making a difference in your own life, it's priceless. It's like, I can do this. I can learn things and I can try things that are out of my comfort zone. And even if it's just something small, like approaching someone saying, would you like a catalog? It's so powerful, so powerful. Yes, I remember you saying, Lisa said, I don't want a team. And I'm like, watch this space. How many do you have in your team now, Lisa? It's so exciting when you suddenly start realizing it's not about you at all. It's about sharing something you have, your little gift, to another person. And when you start understanding how to view it, it takes away all of those fears and inhibitions and things that stop us. That's really cool, Luann. Yes, and one step at a time. Kim, you've done the same. You've done incredible things. What did you say to me this week? What do you do? Have you ever had someone sign up that you've never spoken to before? How good is that? I love those people that sign up. 3! So good, Lisa. Yeah, it's really exciting. When you start seeing things happening, you're like, oh my goodness, this can really happen. All I have to do is talk to people about it share it, and then it's up to them what they do. It doesn't mean they hate me if they say no. And even if they say no, it doesn't mean no forever. Things change. So we're very excited to have all these amazing demonstrators that are supporting one another. I think that's the big thing about this group, is everyone jumps in and supports each other. And at the moment, we're all doing videos on what we've learned from the year. And that's really amazing to learn from each other and to hear things that have come up that may have affected our business or affected our life. Life happens, and, you know, sometimes it really sucks. Like, there's illness, there's friends and family that are going through tough times. We go through tough times. How do you navigate Stamping Up around those things? Because they happen, and it's really challenging sometimes. So, yeah. But anyway, this is Sue's beautiful card that she made. I love how she's used the designer series paper and the embossing folder with it. Perfect combo. Yes, we do want more to join us. It's so fun. Oh my goodness. Being a demonstrator is the best, especially if you get to come to on stage. I think, by the way, this is the last week to join on stage. So if you're a new demo, I think we still have spots here in Melbourne. I have to confirm that. I haven't even been on the website. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. So what else do we have here? There's one here that, oh yes, this was from Lorraine. Just talking about you, Lorraine. So that was a gorgeous one. I did show this last week as well, but so beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And she sent that for my pa. I'm not sure if I showed it before, but I've kept it because it's so special to me. Thank you, Lorraine. So beautiful. So that was when because Pa passed away just before the incentive trip. So it was a couple of months ago now. Things are going so quickly. But it was nice to be able to be there for my family. Yes, it is online. And you, oh, wow, Kim, that's full on. So you need to sign up, have a look at the information first. You sign up, and then we add you to the group when that's all set up and running. And that will start on the 1st of October. So just check out the information first, read through that, and I'll put that up again. There we go. There's the link again. So just check that out, and then once you sign up, you'll get all the details sent through. There you go, Shannon. I'll tag you in this one, Shannon, so that you don't miss it. Oops, hello. I can't. It opened up. Let's turn this down because we don't want double Kylie. It's like, oh, don't want to hear you twice. Once is enough. So what I'll do is I'll pin that actually. So I've pinned the training group to the top. So that will make it easier. That's probably the easiest way to do it. And if you have questions, just message me. PM me. There you go. Now this one is from, who do we have here? Good me, I'm like, Jean Roberts. And she sent back a voucher as well. How cool is this? Jean has done such a good job. I love this idea of having just a plain cardstock, and then she's done the pattern with the die cut there. So nice. And then the thank you sitting on top. Really balanced card. Gorgeous colours. I would never think of choosing these colours. I'm pretty sure it's terracotta tile and early espresso. Gorgeous. Really nice card. Thank you very much for that one. There's no embossing on it. No. So it's just, yeah, simply elegant. I love it. It's one of my type of cards. Now we've got this one here from, oh, it's a very big thank you. So this is from, I think it's Margaret. It says M. Cullen, but I'm pretty sure it's Margaret. I'm like, does my memory serve me well? And she also got some vouchers that she sent back. There we go. There's a card from Margaret. I'm loving all these cards. It's so beautiful. Thank you very much for this one. And yeah, it's just super, super cute, this one. Thank you, Margaret. She's got a little letter that came with it as well. Thank you. I love all these little notes. They're very special to me. This one is absolutely beautiful. So I think this is Kylie. Yes, Kylie Bowers. Thank you, Kylie. This is so gorgeous. And I love this type of card because it's not a card that I would actually do myself. It's just so beautifully layered and delicate and just gorgeous. Thank you, Kylie. And she said, dear Kylie and Bruno, thank you for everything you do for us. You're an amazing leader. Thank you, Kylie. That's very sweet. Yeah. Just meaning anything is possible when you surround yourself with positivity. I like that, Kim. Yeah. Bye, Matthew. All the best at the doctor. Now, we've got this beautiful card from Sue. And she wrote, the world needs more of you. Aw, Sue. That's very, very beautiful. Very Simply Susan. You can look at verysimplysusan.com. So look at that. And Susan's even put her little card in there as well. Thank you, Susan. And she's done Love It, Chop It. Woman after my own heart. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Rosemary. I saw a picture the other day of someone. Was it? I don't know who it was, but it was a Kim. And they had fallen over and their knee was all scraped. And so many people falling over, hurting themselves. These things, you feel like they never will happen to you, but they can. Good thing we have card making, because if something happens, we can stay home and craft. But then the worst is if something happens to your hand. It's like, oh no, not my hand, I can't craft. But what would we do without a bit of therapy, huh? A bit of craft therapy. So I've got this beautiful one from Donna. She's put some little notes inside that you can pull off, and she said, you can use my card again if you like. She said, I didn't sign it so that you can use it again. And it is a beautiful card. I'll take off this post-it note so you can see it without that, because that gives the true effect. How gorgeous is that? Ah, yes, beautiful. A stunning, stunning card. And that was her random act of kindness for August. So thank you so much for that, Donna. She's from Canada. I know, 46 years old. What? I know. That's me. I'm 42, coming up to 42. And I'm like, what? When did that happen? So yes, I understand, Sue. Crafting is the best remedy. Hi, Carol. Welcome, first-time viewer. Oh, Julie. So glad you're enjoying the group. Yeah, consistency, we keep drumming into everyone. We're like, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent, be consistent. It's like the hardest thing to do, but the best thing to do. So I've got this gorgeous card here. I'm impressed with this. It's got some vellum and gold, and they've done the beautiful sprinkles, the color sprinkles in the background. So nice to have you here, Carol. Thanks for letting us know it's your first time. So this was from Jane Phillip, and she said, thank you bunches for the lovely designer series paper. We send some gifts to our team, and the fabulous card you sent me, congratulating on becoming a qualified recruit and getting my 3-month quick start. I was so chuffed. I love that, Jane. I'm so happy to hear that it made your day, because your card made my day. I love it. And it's so nice when you hear back and you get some beautiful love in the mail. We all enjoy it. So just think of someone you can send a card to, because it's a lot of fun. Welcome all newbies. I like that, Pam. Yes, we have a lot of fun on our videos. Don't expect anything too professional, okay? We keep it real around here. And make sure you have fun. I'm sure I'll do some sort of mistake and we can all laugh at it later. So this gorgeous card is from, who have we got here? Kylie. She said, I wanted to say a big thank you for the amazing job you guys do for us all each day. I may not say it often, but it really is appreciated. Mwah. Thank you. So cute. Kylie Black. So Kylie's in our team. We love having you in the Crazy Crafters, and it's so sweet of you to let us know. I can do real. Yeah. Real's the best. And a Jane's cut is stunning. Now, this one is really cool. I wish you had smell-o-vision. That's what I'm saying right now. I wish you could smell this. So this is from Megan. And Megan is also in our team. So cute. All these beautiful crazy crafters sending us cards. So she says, all days are beautiful that begin with you. Look at this gorgeous card. Now this card has the most amazing smell. And I thought, what a cool idea. Someone has sprayed it. I don't know if she meant to, but I think she sprayed it with perfume. And it is delicious. I'm like, Jessie, what is that perfume? It's so beautiful. So that's another addition that you could do with your cards. Give them a bit of spray with your beautiful perfume and give someone a surprise. Because honestly, it still smells so amazing. And I've had this card for a little while now. But she said, I wanted to say thank you for everything you do, from your videos, sharing your creativity, your support, and your encouragement. I really appreciated it all. I've also included my loyalty rewards. So she sent some vouchers through. And she said, I've tried to... Oh, sorry for the mess. She said they were a little bit stuck with some glue. We love that. That's called keeping it real, Megan. So yeah, there we go. I know. Isn't it a cool idea? So out there. But honestly, it just smells so good. Yes. Megan's here. Which perfume is this, Megan? It is so delicious. I want to go get some. I'm going to fan myself with this smell. Maybe I can go like... It's so gorgeous. Yes. So there you go. It is a really, really nice smell. I love it. But how fun. It's like a little piece of you that's part of it. Especially if you wear that perfume. Then it's like, ah, that's Megan. Megan's in my card. There was a craft shop that sold scents to put into your cards. Ah, there you go. I spray my paper money. That's so funny. It's from the 18th century, is it, Luann? Oh, that's a really nice... I've never ever seen it before in any of my cards, so it just... Straight away, it was like, wow, this is amazing. This is such a cool idea. It's like another layer on top of it again. Yeah. So this gorgeous card is from Kerry. Kerry has sent this all the way from the US. She's amazing. There's Kerry. She's used some gorgeous vellum. Look at her cute little stamp. She's got a pug on there. So, Kerry said, thank you both for the timeless, I think it's timeless inspiration, or tireless, never-ending inspiration. I really enjoy the Facebook Lives and everything you post. You're both so talented, and I look forward to seeing your creations. Laughing along with you is certainly one of my weekly highlights. Thank you, God bless you, and keep sparking joy. Spark joy. Love, Kerry. Now, Kerry not only sent this card, but Kerry overwhelmed us with a beautiful gift. Now, I have to confess something, Kerry. So, look what she sent all the way from the US. This beautiful basket. She's got all these, like, goodies in here for us. Spiced pumpkin. Is this spiced pumpkin cupcake? Yes. There's these amazing M&Ms. But do you notice two things that are missing, Kerry, from this bag? Tireless. I knew it was tireless. There's two things missing. There's an entire bag of peanut butter M&Ms, which may be in our belly already. Like literally within a day. We demolished it. They were so delicious. Thank you. And then the other ones are the doggy treats. And just for Bella, or it's in their bellies. They loved them. At first, Bella was like, nah, not interested. And then Bruno said later on he went out and they were growling at each other. And they never fight about food. They never ever have any issues, but they had issues about that. Oh, thank you so much, Kerry. It's so sweet and so overwhelming because it was in a big box and Bruno's like, oh, you got a present. So yeah, it was very cute. They literally loved it. So Bruna had to pull a part off for Bella because Jasper stole hers and then separate them. I know, outrageously generous. That is the best way to explain it, Luann. We feel very humbled that you have sent that to us. And I'm so excited it had peanut butter M&Ms in it. I was like, peanut butter M&Ms. You're a girl after my own heart. Now, this gorgeous card was from Judy Novak. How beautiful is this card? I would never put these colours together, but she has totally smashed it out of the ballpark. And I love that she's used an old stamp set from our first ever paper pumpkin here in Australia. So good job. And this lace background is available now, and I absolutely adore it. I'm definitely going to do this technique of cutting out the middle so that I can put a sentiment. Yes, thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much. And thank you, Judy. This is beautiful. Judy's going through a bit of a tough time. So let's all say big hugs to you, Judy. She's got lots of family things going on and her own things that she's dealing with as well. It breaks my heart when I hear people going through different health challenges, and it's really tough. It's really not easy. Life isn't easy without illness on top of it. But she said, thank you both for all that you do and the amazing projects you've shared with me and others over the years. I truly appreciate your friendship. As you know, I'm going through a really tough period of my life right now. She said, I have not crafted for well over a year, but found a few moments to finally complete this card I wanted to make especially for you. Thanks again for always being there for me, Judy. You're gonna make me cry, Judy. Big hugs. So yes, she got out, she pushed herself, and I know some of us are in the same boat. We can feel so down and so blur that we don't want to create anything, or we haven't created something for a while and we don't know where to begin. So here's a really nice place to start. Let's all be inspired by Judy. Luann said, oh my goodness, Judy, I'm totally going to case you. So if you're one of those people that haven't pulled out your craft for a while, maybe you watch all these craft videos, you keep buying all your craft, but you haven't actually pulled something else out, do it. Be inspired by Judy. Judy hadn't crafted for a year. And you know what? She made it a purpose. She said, I'm going to make a card for Kylie. So I'll let you make me a card if that's going to inspire you to create, or think of someone that's really special in your life that you know needs a card. Maybe it's Judy. If you'd like to send Judy a card, you can let me know. I know, Judy's making me cry, Julie. Seriously, there's so many people out there that need our love. So use your beautiful craft. Don't think about, is it good enough? Don't think about, is this going to be okay? You know what? If it's made from you, it is beautiful and it is amazing. And you have something very special to share with other people. So pull out your craft supplies ASAP. Pull them out and make a beautiful card for someone special. Think of that person as you're making the card, and then it just adds another layer of, it just makes it so much more special. So definitely do that. Think of Judy as you're doing it. She hadn't made a card in a year, and this is what she came up with. And I messaged her and said, thank you so much. Your card meant so much to me. She said, I made 3 of the same card. So that's another idea too, is just replicate the same card a few times. And I tell you what, Judy, I'm sure she's feeling pretty good right now. And it's amazing how it all just comes back to you. When you give to other people, it all comes back. So, oh, your daughter received 2 random acts of kindness. That's so special. Yep, we need motivation. Go, Elizabeth. So thank you, Judy. You're very inspiring to all of us. Thank you for your beautiful words, because we all go through these tough times and it's not fun. So I've actually got another one from Liz. Liz is so beautiful. This is her second card that she sent me. And she probably has others, but she sends the most gorgeous cards. Look how subtle and beautiful this is. I love the way you've coloured in here, this section, but then still being able to use part of the leaves. A beautiful, well-balanced card, Liz. Thank you very much. So gorgeous. And then we had this really cute one here from Cindy. So Cindy's dog went through a tough time, and she was hoping to get some donations to help her dog to survive. And sadly, puppy didn't survive. And it's very sad. So it's made us, because we've got our puppies and we think of that. But she said, it was so nice of you to send money for Jesse's medical bills. The owner of the house has paid all the bills. Oh, no, Jessie did end up. Oh, no, I remember. I was like, no, please, please. I'm wishing that Jessie stayed. But she said, no, loving Jessie, losing Jessie has left a big hole in our hearts. I did remember that now. I was like, maybe I got it wrong. I'm hoping Jessie's still alive. But no, she lost Jessie. But she said they're going to donate all the money that was sent to them. So that's really sweet. And that's really hard to go through. Like, I think of our puppies. You know, if someone loses their beloved pet, it's just such a beautiful thing to do. And yet she's the one sending the card. So I just think that that's so amazing. So, yeah, I know we would have a big hole in our hearts if we lost Jasper and Bella. So big hugs to you. It just breaks my heart knowing that you've got to keep going without your beautiful Jessie. Thank you, Cindy. That's beautiful. Big hugs. They are like our little children. We come home and sometimes they're even better than kids, because kids now, they just sit on their devices like whatever, mum and dad. Jasper and Bella still like, hi. They actually like us. Children get to a point where they don't like their mum and dad. We've never had that with our children. So I feel for all you parents out there. We're sending all of you love too, because it's not easy these days raising children. And we are proud of you all, because, you know, you don't get a lot of love from the kids sometimes. Oh, your baby's just come home from hospital. Yes, big hugs. It breaks your heart when they're not well. Yeah, we've gone through that. Hey, Holly. Now, do we have time to make some cards? Of course we do. I can make it in 7 minutes. Because I'm going to use the beautiful Magnolia set today. I'm going black and white. And, of course, I had to come up with an idea within 5 minutes. I haven't made the card ever in my life, so we'll just do it together, as we usually do. Let's just, you know, wing it. But you know what makes my card making really quick? And I know most of you have them, but the thing that makes it really, really, really fast for me is my card templates. So I just pulled out, I had an idea in my head of what stamp set I wanted to use. So I knew that I wanted like a background. So I had my card base, and then I knew I wanted the 3 layers. And I sort of lined up my sentiment on the top layer. Now, these are not the colors that I'm using. These are just my card templates. If you don't know what my card templates are, you can check it out. I'll put a link up so that you can see what they're about. Because I have a post that I made explaining why we need card templates and what you can use them for. Because basically everywhere in the world, we all have different measurements. And it can be very confusing. So my card templates, it means I'm not talking in terms of measurements, but I tell you the color. And the color will tell you your measurement in your country. So it's just easy. And then I can update them whenever I like. I really hope you do that, Janice. I'm sure you will get inspired today. Look at all those amazing Random Act of Kindness cards. Oh, good. So I'm glad your stamps had arrived, Megan. Awesome. So let's do a flippy flip, and I'll do a, let's do a split screen, and we want it to be like so. Okay, that's looking good. I'll add it in a moment. I want my card section to be a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, everyone can see that all right? And I'll make sure my light is as good as it can be. I really need to fix my lighting issue. One day. You're all very patient with me. So what we're going to do, and the other layer that you need actually is the because I've got my card templates here. I put them in one of my clear mount stamp cases. So you have your card base, and then I've done a basic black. So I'll show you exactly here what I've done. I've done it long ways, but this is the normal way of doing it, the card base that I've given you. So I'm just going to fold this so that it makes sense for you. So this is my card base. There we go. So that's our card base. Then the next layer is the Poppy Parade measurement, which I've done it in the basic black. So I've done that again. You'll be wondering why, but I'll show you in a moment. And then I wanted some layering of, because this is basic black, I wanted it to be whisper white, basic black, and then another whisper white, so that it just creates all this beautiful deliciousness of layers and elegance, because I'm doing black and white. So you can see here I've done the exact measurements from my card templates, and so they are going to be my layers that I'm using, and I'll show you how I glue those together using my beautiful Tombow. But the first thing that I want to do, oh, it feels like, oh no, that's right. It feels like the layer's wrong, but it's not, because I use my card templates. Now, what I'm going to do with this first layer here is I want to emboss this with some delicious white embossing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Megan. Oh, poor little puppies. Yeah, they break our hearts when they're not well. You wish they could talk to you. You wish they could say, it's here in my belly. But they can't. So I'm doing it on this extra layer. I could totally do it on my card base, but because I'm doing embossing, it does buckle a little bit, and I want this to stay sturdy. So I don't want to ruin my base. So I've cut this extra layer, which is the Poppy Parade layer there. So if you have the card templates, you'll know what the measurement is. So just take a screenshot of that, because that is the order of the layers that you need to cut. If you have my card templates, you'll know exactly what size to cut everything. So there you go, screenshot. And then we'll just do, now what I've got here, and this is pretty exciting, just in case you don't know about this, but there's the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, and this one is very famous, in particular this one here. This is just the most beautiful image. But what you may not realize as well is there's the Magnolia Blooms. Now the Magnolia Blooms is only found in our beginner stampers brochure. It is not found in the annual catalogue anywhere. You will not see it. So please make sure you find this. If you want one of the, like if you're brand new to stamping, if you're watching my video and you've never seen stamping before and you're like, what is going on? I want to know more. Please let me know, because I can send you the beginner's brochure. That will help you to know where to begin, because I know I would get very overwhelmed if I got given an annual catalogue. So this stamp set, even if we're not a beginner, I'm not a beginner, but I love this stamp set, so I got myself this one as well. So look out for that. You'll find it online. If you go to my online store, you will find it if you just search the name Magnolia Blooms, or just put in Magnolia and then both of them will come up. So if you haven't got the Good Morning Magnolia, you can get that one too. Now we want to do, I'm going to do a mix of a couple of flowers. I definitely want to use this big image in the background, but I don't want to cover too much, because like I want to sort of stick to the edges with this, because when you think about this layering here, it's going to cover like quite a bit of the card. So we just want to sort of go around the edges here and have that beautiful flower showing around the edge. So what I'll do is use a big block. It's so beautiful. And I've got all my Versamark and embossing powders here. There we go. Oh, what's this one? Ice Stamp and Glitter. I haven't played with that. Brennan must have played with that before me. He does that at times. And I've got my embossing buddy. Actually, where's my Versamark gone? Jessie must have done a tidy for me. She has. She's the best. I'm not complaining, Jessie, because you are the bomb. You're like the bestest assistant in the world. But it doesn't go there. No, I'm kidding. We like having fun with Jessie. She said to me the other day, yeah, I fully was like, oh my goodness, we don't have envelopes. Who didn't order envelopes? Bruno, you didn't order envelopes. So she was talking to her mum and bagging Bruno, and then she found the envelope. She realised we'd put it in a new place. So she said, I apologise to you. I said, sorry, Bruno, you did order envelopes. I just didn't see them in the new spot. We had a lot of fun travelling with her. She was great. And I love morning Jessie. She's so grumpy. And I've never seen her grumpy before. Because by the time she gets to our house, she's all happy. So I had a lot of fun playing around with grumpy Jessie. I made fun of her. So we'll stamp it on the edge. And if you wanted to, you could actually bring the cardstock to the stamp. But because I'm doing it along the edges, I don't really want to bring the cardstock to that. I'm worried it might move. So just give it some nice inking. Another idea would be to maybe use your Stamparatus, and then you could just move the flower or move the cardstock to where you need to go. It's another way of doing it. So I just want to use a different section of the flower. So I'm just going to put that there. Oh, so beautiful. You probably can't see anything just yet because it's just the Versamark, but wait till we bring out our white embossing powder. You're going to be so impressed. And it's such a simple technique, but using the basic black and white, it's so pretty. And this is like a perfect wedding card. If you wanted to do wedding card, if you wanted to do even a sympathy card, like black and white is such a timeless, beautiful, elegant color to use. Here we go. Good. And then we've just got one up here in this corner left to go. And remember, if you don't want to just use this one, you can totally use one of the smaller flower images. But I like sticking to this. I like the leaves with it as well. I think it really softens it. So we're going to come over here and use a different side. Don't worry if you go in, like it's not, actually I might even go in a bit because then you'll see more of the flower, and then we'll cover part of it in the middle, but this will be nice along the edge, seeing more of the flower. Oh, good, Julie. Great minds think alike. Oops, I just wanted to lift that off. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, we'll do some embossing. And I need my little tray. Sadly, Stampin' Up! Don't have the tray anymore, but you can totally just use some. In fact, I'll show you exactly what I did the other day, and you'll be so impressed. Sorry if I bump you there. But I used some of my mini grid paper because it's just so easy to pull off and use. I use it for so many things, not just for my Stamparatus. But yeah, check out the mini grid paper, and you just pour it on top. So you've got your mini grid paper underneath, pour it on top, la la la, don't be shy, throw it around everywhere. You saw that I used my embossing buddy too. Oh, so pretty. And if you're missing little spots, you can just come on in, dig it up, and then just pour it back on. Being careful not to touch the image. And then I'll just put that to the side for now. But what you do is you just sort of pull up the edges and create a little tunnel. and then just pour it in. Whee! How good is that little mini grid paper? So it's perfect for embossing if you don't have any trays or anything like that. I love my little mini grid paper for embossing. Some use plastic containers. You can totally do that. But I really like that. I think it's simple and easy. Some use a spoon and they do it like that. Whatever suits you. Now we'll emboss this. Come back here, little one. He's running away from me. Hello, Chrissy. Good to see you. So as you can see, it's sort of bowing a little bit. And yeah, I could probably stop that from happening by going slower and using the lower heat. Ain't nobody got time for that. I just smash it out. And then I glue it down. I stick it down later. So that is why I didn't do it on the base. Because I know what I'm like and I end up bowing the edges. And I don't want my base to be like bended. Come back here. I need to hold it in place. Poor Megan and her puppy. Breaks my heart. So I've done a little bit of an overlap here, but it actually still looks really beautiful. I didn't think that this stamp set would be able to handle that, but it looks really good. And even some of the bits here, like, you know, there's a bit of the embossing powder has got stuck. But even that still looks really good. I like the effect that it's given the card. Now, it looks a little strange at the moment because you're like, I mean, if you really wanted to just do the embossing, you could come right in with your flower and then a little bit at the bottom and then do a sentiment in the middle. That's another way of using it. But because we're covering the middle, we're going to be sticking down these layers on top. So let's have a little look here at what that's going to look like. And I've got the layers. Oh, look at this. So see how it just gives a totally different look to the card. And then when we stamp this top layer, it's just going to bring all that together. It's really just, it's made it just like a little pattern almost. So what we'll do is we'll stamp this, and I'm going to keep it very simple. And I'm going to use the bloom from the Magnolia bloom. So let's have a look here. Pull that off. I might even use because we've got the thank you here. That's a really sweet one. What else have we got here in this stamp set? We've got thinking of you. Thanks. Hello. I do like that thanks. I think I'll do that thanks actually. So pull that one out. Actually, you know what? Oh yeah, I'll use this one. I do love polymer with sentiments. It just makes life so much easier. Yeah, it's like a frame. It's just so pretty. So we've got our flower. And what I'll do is we'll just stamp this one and then I'll decide what flower I'll use for the bottom section. I'm literally making this up as I go. Okay? FYI. So stamp that in. Now, because we're using polymer, it's always a good idea to have the Stamp and Pierce mat behind. And because we don't want the Stamp and Pierce mat to get dirty, like this one, can you see that? So naughty, Kylie. Then you can just get some grid paper, the grid paper that we used for the embossing, put that behind, and that will protect your Stamp and Pierce mat. Now, this hasn't been used before. I've just realized that. So I'm just going to stamp it off, And you could even just give it a bit of a clean just to make sure, because if your image isn't crisp enough, usually, particularly with polymer, you want to sort of give it a bit of grime, like maybe even rub it against your skin or something like that, so that, and yes, this is Whisper White, just so that it stamps well. So yeah, if you find you're using a new stamp and that happens. Now, I've looked at this, see how I'm looking here. Now, I've got quite a bit of space, so I'm going to bring this down a little bit so that it creates, because if I do it off the page, it's not coming into the card as much as I would like. Yeah, that's beautiful. So pretty. Now, I'll do my, and I actually will end up doing the thank you because I think it will balance it out a bit better. I'm telling you, it's just happening as I go. Either that or the thinking of you is a good one too. But I'll do the thank you because it's a nice and simple one with the polymer. And then we'll know which flower to come in with, like what space we need to fill in. Hi, Brina. How are you? Is this your first time watching? And I'm sorry if it's not, but your name looks, it feels new to me. Okay, let's stamp that one up here. Thank you. Oh, beautiful. Now, as you can see, we've got quite a lot of white, excuse me, quite a lot of white space here. So we could keep it very simple and just have another one of these if we wanted to, maybe on the other side, or even like in the middle here. That could look quite nice actually. So that's another way to do it. Or we could bring in even some of these other ones. What have we got here? We've got the big one that we could bring in and do a partial of that. But I think what I might do is this one. I think it looks really pretty. Just sort of not centered. But as you can see, you just sort of, like without actually stamping, you can use this as a guide. And just eyeball it and go, does that look right? You know, before you stamp. And then you'll know where you're at, which is good. So let's stamp that. And then we can stick everything together. Beautiful. Yep, I'm happy with that. So let's stick all of this together and see what it all comes together like. And sometimes I can even like add things later that I didn't expect. Like you might even be able to decide to color these if you wanted to, like use some of the blends to just do a really subtle look, or you could do a really vibrant color. Like it's totally up to you what you do. Once you've made your card, you might get some more inspiration and go, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change it up. And if you don't like it, it's all okay. That's part of the learning process, and you can just make the card again because you've got all the measurements there from the card templates. So it's easy to replicate again. So that's beautiful. I love this really thin border around the edge. I love these thin edges. And then we'll do another one here. I love the Tombow glue because it gives me some wiggle room. I could sort of play around and wiggle it to where it needs to go. And then what I'm going to do is, because we don't have any sort of dimensions or anything like that, I'm actually going to pop that up on some dimensionals, because you all know I love dimensionals. So does Bruno. We'll also stick this down now. Yeah, as I said, this is a great wedding card. You could use sentiments from another set or even a sympathy card. It's just one of those beautiful, timeless sets. There we go. There's a little bit of embossing missing there. Not that it matters because it's going to be stuck underneath, but I don't really want embossing powder flying out from the card after I give it to the person. It's like, I'd like the powder to stay there. And we'll get our dimensionals. I've got them in my case here. And put those down. I use a lot of dimensionals. You do not have to use as many as I do, but that's how we earn the incentive trip. All our dimensionals that we use. Yep, got the trip. we purchased, how many dimensionals do I need to purchase to make $40,000 in sales? Our garage is full of 100,000 packs of dimensionals. It's one way to earn the trip. We made it to Maui on dimensionals. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you like it. It's a very simple card. Like, I had it, in fact, I saw one of my old cards. I was like, I really like that idea of creating your own background and then having a smaller layer on top. So that is the only preparation I did for today, was to see an old card that I had made. And it's awesome that once you get confident in your layers and you've got the card templates, it just makes card making so much faster and quicker. And it also helps you with these smaller images. Like if you were to use this smaller image on a big layer, it just would get lost. Like obviously if you used it in between these layers, you could do it like that. But it's really nice having these smaller layers for smaller sentiments and smaller images. And it just brings in a focal point and really makes that the hero of the card. But without this, yeah, it would, you know, you could totally do it plain. In fact, it probably would still look quite beautiful. So there's a lot of options that you can do with this card. But we'll do the inside as well, because I love decorating the inside. It's something that I learned from my beautiful friend Beck. It's actually Jessie, my assistant Jessie's sister. She used to always make fun of my cards. She's like, dress up the inside. And I'd never put an insert, but she was always very good like that. She'd always make her inside of her cards absolutely beautiful. She's a fantastic card maker. I love that we can learn from other people. And I say now, no naked cards. We don't want a nudie run. Oh, nudie run. Ready? So Luann's just asked a question. Curious, how many failures do you think you use to have before hitting a winner of a card? Okay. I think it's interesting. Like before, I used to really second guess myself, and I think we're actually our own worst enemy. Because we and Bruno even was doing it the other night because he hadn't done card making in a while. He started second guessing himself. So he was like, oh, should I do, I don't know. And I could hear him talking out loud that he was second guessing himself. And I'm like, just stick it. Just stick it. Do you like it? Yeah, I like it. Good, stick it. Like stop second guessing what you're doing. If you look at it and it looks right and it feels right, do it. Don't give yourself another option, because then you're just going to get more confused. So it's interesting, Luann. I think as I've become more confident in my card making and I'm creating more often, like years ago, if I was to get on a video and not have anything made other than cutting out the layers, and literally in my head, all I knew was the layers and the stamp set I wanted to use. And if you said to me, do that years ago, live on a video, I would have said, are you for real? I'm having a panic attack. Like I'm seriously stressed out thinking of that idea. But at the end of the day, I know that I can just start again if I need to, if it didn't work out. But I also understand the concept of just, you know, checking. You saw what I did. I just checked it out. Does that look all right? Yeah, that feels good. All right, let's do it. And not second guess myself. You probably saw that I still asked a question. I still looked at it, but then I went for it. And I think that's probably the big thing to card making, is that we're our own worst enemy, and you just have to do it. If you look at it and it feels good and it looks right, do it. If you do it and then you're like, oh, you can start again. All good. And I'm happy to start again in front of you girls. I've done it before. I'm like, oh, that looks but ugly. But it's amazing with the beautiful Stampin' Up! Products. It's actually quite hard to really muck up a card. It does happen, but it's just such beautiful stamps and paper. Like if you did the background in Designer Series paper, just a plain black and white paper, amazing, gorgeous. There's so many things you can do. So you may not necessarily start from scratch, and I wasn't doing that for a very long time. I would totally watch my video. I would watch Patty's video, Patty Bennett or someone around the world, and go, I love that, but I'm going to change this, and this, and make it my own. So do that. You know, just have a look at my card that I've made today and make it your own, or copy it exactly, and then you don't have to stress. You get to enjoy your crafting. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll lift it up and show you what we've got here. Yay! Thank you all very much for being here. We really appreciate your support, all the beautiful random act of kindness cards we've been given. If I have in any way forgotten to show your random act of kindness card, please let me know, because it has been chaos around here lately. But I tried to collect all the ones that I thought I hadn't shown. If I haven't thanked you personally, thank you so much. We just feel so overwhelmed sometimes. I literally want to send a card back to every single one of you, but I'm sure you all understand that it's just a little bit crazy. So we do what we can, and just know that we really appreciate all of your support, and we thank you so much. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without all of you. If there's anything that we can help you with, whether you're a demonstrator, you're a customer, whether you're in Australia or not, please let us know. We're happy to help you in any way to get the most out of Stampin' Up and to be able to progress in whatever goals you have. I get a lot of joy out of that, and I love teaching. I love showing people what they can do. I use a dimensional. I say to myself, I'm doing a Bruno when I use a dimensional. Did you cover the entire back? That's doing a Bruno. Thank you all very much for being here today. We really appreciate it, and I will see you next Friday for another live. We're not going anywhere at this stage. Hopefully we're staying still for a little bit. I won't promise for very long, but we're staying around for a bit. But we will definitely have some videos anyway if we're not doing a live. So thank you all very much. Pop over to kyliebertucci.com if you want more inspiration. And definitely come and see Bruno's blog hop tonight. It's the Gentleman's Crafters. So it's all men in the blog hop tonight, which is kind of cool. I'm loving this blog hop that Bruno is part of. So please support them. We love our male crafters, and there's quite a few popping up now. So it's really exciting to see. Check it out. And thank you very, very much. Please message me if you have anything you need to say, or you want to chat, anything at all. Please let us know. Thank you for being here, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye. Have a great week. Happy crafting. Mwah. See you, everyone.